Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, what we're witnessing in the NFL right now, especially in the NFC East, is nothing short of electrifying. It's a story that involves not just the teams, but the very fabric of how this division might look come the start of the 2025 season. And at the center of it all, a potential blockbuster trade that could shake things up for the Philadelphia Eagles, one that might just give them that extra edge they've been seeking to finally push over the top and contend for another Super Bowl. Yes, we're talking about a possible move involving Trevon Diggs, the talented cornerback from the Dallas Cowboys, who might soon find himself on a different team, and that team could very well be the Eagles. Let's set the scene here because it's important to understand the bigger picture. The Dallas Cowboys, a team that's been a thorn in the side of the Eagles for years, just recently made headlines by trading away Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. Now, that was a shocker for many fans across the league. Parsons, a generational talent and one of the league's most disruptive defensive players, leaving Dallas, signals that the Cowboys are willing to shake things up, possibly regrouping for a fresh start or trying to clear cap space for other moves. But what about Trevon Diggs? Well, he's another player who's been in the spotlight, not just for his incredible ball-hawking skills, but also because of the ongoing contract disputes and his current desire for a new deal. Now, Trevon Diggs, at just 26 years old, is still in the prime of his career. Over 5 seasons, he's already accumulated 20 interceptions, showing that he's a game-changer when healthy. His ability to read quarterbacks, jump routes, and make those game-changing plays is exactly what the Eagles need to bolster their secondary. But here's the twist. Diggs suffered a season-ending cartilage injury in the same knee where he tore his ACL back in 2023. That injury has raised questions about his recovery and whether he'll be at full strength come the start of the season. Yet, if he does bounce back fully, his talent remains undeniable, and he's the kind of player who can transform a defense overnight. And that's where the story gets even more interesting. Dallas, frustrated with the ongoing contract negotiations, and perhaps seeing the writing on the wall that Diggs might not be in their long-term plans, could be more receptive to trading him. Usually within the NFC East, trades of this magnitude are rare, but the situation with Diggs might just force Dallas to consider the unthinkable, trading one of their top cornerbacks to a division rival. And naturally, the Eagles, always on the lookout for elite talent to upgrade their roster, become the prime candidate. Now, let's talk about the Eagles' current cornerback room because it's a bit of a concern. Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean have been stepping up, showing promise, but outside of them, the depth chart isn't exactly loaded with proven playmakers. Jacorian Bennett, Kelly Ringo, and Adoree Jackson are all talented players, but the lack of veteran experience and consistent production has left fans and analysts alike feeling a little uneasy about the secondary stability. The Eagles attempted to address this by putting in a waiver claim for Jalen Armour-Davis, but unfortunately, he was claimed by the Baltimore Ravens before they could add him. That's a clear sign that they're serious about shoring up that unit, and if a trade with Dallas for Diggs becomes a possibility, it could be a game-changer. Imagine the scene: Philadelphia, known for making bold moves, trading within the division. It's not common, but it's not impossible. The Eagles have shown in recent years that they're not afraid to shake things up if it means winning a Super Bowl. And if Dallas is willing to part ways with Diggs, especially if they're eager to free up cap space or pursue other long-term goals, the Eagles could swoop in with a package that appeals to the Cowboys. Maybe draft picks, young players, or a combination of both. It's a strategic move that could pay off big time, giving the Eagles a lockdown corner who can lock down the league's best receivers and make a real difference in tight games. Now, let's look at what Trevon Diggs brings to the table when he's at full health. His ball skills are exceptional, and he's proven time and again that he can take the ball away from quarterbacks, turning defense into offense. His 20 interceptions over 5 seasons is no small feat, and in the Eagles' scheme, led by a defensive coordinator who loves aggressive, ball-hawking styles, that kind of talent could be exactly what they need to elevate their secondary to elite status. The Eagles have been competitive in recent seasons, thanks to their stout defensive front and a balanced offense led by Jalen Hurts. But to truly contend with the giants of the league, they need more playmakers in the back end, and Diggs fits that mold perfectly. Of course, it's not just about talent. The health factor is crucial. Diggs needs to fully recover from his cartilage injury, and there's always some risk when trading for a player coming off an injury. But the potential reward far outweighs the risk if he can get back to his pre-injury level. Imagine him lining up across from the Eagles' other defensive backs, creating a formidable trio with Kelly Ringo and Adoree Jackson, giving opposing quarterbacks fewer options and forcing them into tighter windows. That's the kind of secondary that could dominate in the NFC. But naturally, the Cowboys wouldn't want to give Diggs away cheaply, especially within the division. It would take a compelling offer from the Eagles, something that helps Dallas achieve its long-term goals, perhaps future draft picks or young talent that they believe can develop into top-tier players. The NFL is a business, and sometimes, division rivals have to make tough decisions if it means a better chance at a championship. And for the Eagles, acquiring Diggs wouldn't just be about adding a player. It would be about sending a message to the entire league that they're serious about contending now and in the future. Looking ahead, the NFL landscape is always shifting, and this potential trade talks about more than just one player. It's about the division, the conference, and the league's competitive balance. The Eagles, with their recent success and solid coaching staff, know that they need to keep upgrading their roster if they want to push through and finally reach that elusive Super Bowl. Adding a player of Diggs' caliber, especially if he's healthy and motivated, could be the missing piece that puts them over the edge. Now, I want to highlight that this situation is still very fluid. Nothing is confirmed yet, and trade talks in the NFL can change rapidly. But it's the kind of scenario that fans should keep a close eye on because the impact could be seismic. If Trevon Diggs ends up in Philadelphia, it would send shockwaves across the league, and the NFC East would be even more competitive than ever before. The Cowboys might be looking to rebuild or retool, but the Eagles are ready to pounce and take that next big step. It's a fascinating chess match, and we're on the front lines watching it unfold. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Diggs would be the perfect addition to our secondary? How much do you trust his recovery? And do you believe this could be the move that finally gets us back to the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the Eagles. We love to see your passion and insights. And don't forget, I'll be back very soon with more updates, more news, and all the latest from the Philadelphia Eagles. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's keep this conversation going. Thanks for being part of this journey, and as always, go Birds!